All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott from Jeff Teaches Programming, and hopefully with the last video in this series, Jeff Teaches Programming Front End. In here, we started with, if you look from the beginning, we started with just an introduction to front-end programming. Then we went in and we built the BMI app as a front-end app. Then we built the payroll app as a front-end app, both of with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Then we got into talking about, we actually did 2 or 3 versions of the BMI and 2 versions of the payroll. Then we went into TypeScript. We talked about what TypeScript was. Then we made a TypeScript. First we made a JavaScript calculator, then we converted it into TypeScript. All right, and afterwards we did our BMI that we had done earlier in JavaScript and converted that to TypeScript, and now we're taking the payroll and converting it to TypeScript. So far there's 65 videos in this series, and this is number 66 and could be the last one. All right, so with this payroll that's right here, again, these are all numbers. All right, our DOM references. These should all be HTML input element. See if I gave me enough room there. Probably not. Nope. Here we go. All right, so all that's done. This is a select element. Line it up with the other ones, I guess. And then we've got our field set here. All field sets. Notice I had errors in here before, but that was because of errors with other files. So these will all have to be set up as HTML button elements. Okay. Got our placeholder here. This is a div element. This is a uList. And this is, I think, a paragraph element as far as I remember. Okay. All right. This is a div element. And this is just an HTML element. Those done. All right. We got our helper functions here. Got our hide all fields. Already made it a void. Clear errors. We can show errors first. That's a void. Clear errors, and that's a void. Format to currency. Let's pretty this up a little bit. Okay, that fixes that up a little bit. Got our event handlers here. That's a void. Types. Focus break. Class remove hidden. Focus break. Mission. Hidden. Focus break. The default. That looks good. Got our append here. Returning nothing. That looks good. Build the list item. First child, that looks good. All right, we're up to the refresh modal totals. Okay, on calculate, all right. All right, give me a second here. Save all. I'm just going to pause for just a second. All right, Let's continue on then. Const. Let's change this. This is going to become const type string equals employee type select dot value. If not type, oops, I didn't want to do that. Let's get rid of all these. All right, I'm going to leave that the way it is for now. Before we do our switch, okay, what do we have here? We've got clear errors, const type. This has got to be a string. Already had that in there. Equals employee.select.type. If not type, show errors. Set the focus and return. Good. These two are numbers. I'm sorry, this first one's a number. This last two are strings. Okay, I'm going to switch on type. Okay, this is going to change quite a bit now because of the way we made our changes before. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything, even though I'm sure I can use some of this, but I'm going to take everything inside of here, other than the break, everything that's inside of here, other than the break, everything that's inside of here, other than the break, and everything that's inside of here, other than the break. All right, and I'm going to rewrite these right now. So for hourly, put in here const result equals validate and calculate hourly. If not result dot success, show errors. All right, you'll see we've cut that down quite a bit there. That's the if it didn't work. And if it did work, then we can break. So if it didn't work, we're going to show the errors, reset the focus, and return. If it did work, we're going to set the gross pay, the message, the type label, etc. All right. So we're going to do a very similar thing in each one of these. So again, in here, for the piece worker, same thing we did here. Just going to grab all this. Replace that. Now there's going to be some problems in here, but we'll fix them in just a second. All right. So if not result.success, focus, return, gross pay, message, type label. This will be commission. I'm sorry, piece worker employee. Total piece worker gross pays. And break. Now for commission, let's just grab everything that's in here. And let's replace it. All right, so that's validate commission. All right, and then finally for salaried, we'll do the same thing. Okay, that should be everything. Then append result. Good. Okay, we're making progress. OnClear is not going to return anything, so it'll be of type void. I'm going to name this inputs dot for each input All right, let's clean this up. It's going to be bracket. Well, need a bracket here. Fix part of it. Equals. Here we go. Okay. Let's clean this up a bit. Hide all field sets, clear all errors. Focus, that looks good. Alright, we're up to open modal here, which again does not return anything. Close modal, which again doesn't return anything. Alright, finally we've got to wire up our event listeners. Modal, that looks good. This is going to change. Okay, that looks good. Key down. So change as well. Calculate. Change, that looks good. Finally, we're down right near the bottom. Just like we did before, we're going to name this in just a second. So we're going to say here const inputs we don't even need that one, we've already got it. So this will change again to inputs, not inuts, inputs. Again, I want to clean this up a little bit. Oh, no errors. Type focus. Okay, should be everything. File. Save all. Now, I have absolutely zero idea as to whether or not this is going to work. So let's come up to here. Let's clear. Let's move up. Where do we want to be here? We want to be right here. So let's clear again. CD to here. Clear one more time. And do a TSC. Oh my goodness. It actually compiled. That's almost incredible, to be honest with you. So let's see, did it make our JS stuff in there? Yes, it did, and put a whole boatload of stuff in here. So let's go back to here, go back to our index.html file, and attempt to run it. Alright, so let's select an employee type, hourly. Well, isn't doing much, is it? So let's see, where are we? We're again way over time here. So I'm going to go back and try to debug this and hopefully have one last lecture where we can put this to rest. See you for that one soon.